This is a wall at the school. I think it might still be at Cedar Secondary. Are you guys there? The Cedar Secondary. Have you got a wall that's got 4 windows against it, I wonder? This is a wall at the school that needs to be painted with 2 coats of paint. Calculate how many full litres of paint need to be bought if coverage is 10 meters squared per litre. Now, some people get all worried about this 10 meters squared per litre. What does that mean? It means that 1 litre will cover 10 meters squared. That's only with 1 coat of paint. All right. So that's just for 1 coat of paint. But now there's something missing from this drawing. We need the measurements. You have to have measurements, otherwise you don't know how big this wall is. It's going to make a massive difference if you don't know how big the wall is. So let's have a look here. The wall is 10 meters long. It's 2.5 meters high. The window, there are 4 windows. They're all the same size. Their width is 3 meters, and they're 1.5 meters high. So those are the measurements. Think again about the paving that we did just now with the flower bed. Not everything was paved because we had to subtract the flower bed. Now, in this situation, we're not going to paint the windows, so we have to subtract the area of the windows. We work out the area of the whole wall, and then we subtract the area of the windows. And if you look at this question, how I've worked it out, you're going to say 20 meters times 2.5, because that's the length times the breadth, which is 50 meters. So this whole area, including the windows, is 50 meters squared. Then you work out the area of 1 window. 1 window is 3 meters wide and 1.5 meters high. So the area of one of these windows is 4.5 meters squared. But there are 4 windows. So then we're going to say 4 times 4.5, and the total area of all the windows together is 18 meters squared. I hope some of you know what to do now. Hey, there's one thing that you have to do. You take the 50 meters and you put it in there in place of the total area, and you subtract 18 meters squared, and then you get an answer of 32 meters squared. But now, remember, the question said, if I go back to the question, it said it needs to be painted with 2 coats of paint. And that 32 meters squared is for 1 coat. 1 coat and 1 area is 32 meters squared. But if we're having 2 coats of paint, we have to take the whole area that needs to be painted and multiply by 2, so we get 64 meters squared. Right, so now we're going to go and look at how to work out how much paint we're going to need. We take, we've got 64 meters squared, and there are 2 ways of doing it. Remember, 1 liter will do 10 meters squared. So you can go along and say 2 liters will do 20 meters squared. 3 liters will do 30 meters squared. And you can keep going like that. 4 liters will do 40 meters squared. 5 liters, 50. So some of you might prefer to do it this way. 60 meters squared. And 7 will do 70 meters squared. And where is our measurement? It's between 60 and 70 meters squared. So we're going to have to, we can't buy 6 liters, because 6 liters is going to give us only 60 meters squared. So we're going to have to go up and round up and buy 7 liters so that we can have more than enough, because our measurement falls in here between 60 and 70. But I'm going to show you another way of doing it. You can say 64 meters squared, and because it's 10 meters squared for 1 liter, we're going to divide by 10, and we're going to get 6.4 liters. Now, I don't know about you, but where I shop for my paint, you can't buy 6.4 liters. You either have to buy 6 or you've got to buy 7. And normally, if we round down, if we round down now, because it's only a 4 there, it's less than 5. If you round down, you're going to get too little paint. So we're going to round up, and we're going to round up to 7 liters, because we need an extra liter. We need to go. We have to buy a full liter. We can't buy a 0.4 liter. All right. Is now we're going to shift to VAT, because I think it's definitely going to be in the paper somewhere in one of your on one of your papers, you're going to have a VAT question. And this one is a tricky kind of question because you've got the final amount. You know, if you go to the shop and you buy a pair of jeans, then the pair of jeans, that includes VAT. VAT is already included. Now this question, the paint, it already includes VAT. So they're asking you, what is the price of a litre of paint excluding VAT? So before the VAT was added. So your answer is going to be smaller than 109. So you can't multiply by 114%. You mustn't do that in this question. All right? You must go and work out how much the price was before the VAT was added. I'm going to give you a minute just to think about it and see if you can work it out. It's a tricky, it comes up a lot in grade 12, so I'm hoping that somebody there is going to be able to do it. Maybe somebody at Ipakleng or Boitumelo School. Are you going to try it? Come on. Let's see. Okay, let's have a look here. To calculate the price before VAT was added, when given the final price, in this case it's 109 Rand 99, I'm going to show you now how to do this. We divide by 114 and we've got to multiply by 100 if they want the price before VAT. I'll show you everything nicely now, but just be patient and just follow these instructions. If you've got the final price, another way of doing it, some people who've got a nice fractions feature on their calculator, they can say final price times 10 divided by 114. It's exactly the same thing, but if you don't have this nice fractions feature, then you can just say divided by 114 times 100, or times 100 divided by 114. It doesn't matter. So let's go and have a look now. If we look here, you can say 109, you could say divided by 114 times 100, or you can say 109 Rand 99 times 100 over 114. That's what you can do, either of them. And both times you're going to get 96 Rand 48. So that was the price before they added the VAT. Now if you take 96 Rand 48 and do a little sum, 96 Rand 48 times 14%, you're going to get back to 100. Well, let's just do it slowly. Let's go 96 Rand 48 times 14%. And 14% is 13 Rand 50. It's 507, so we're going to make this 51, hey? Now, 13 Rand 51. If we add that together, we're going to get to 109 Rand 99 if we round it off to the second decimal. So you can check it, because this is the 14%, and this is before VAT was added. I'll just put that in, and now I'm going to give you a little note that you can copy down for yourself. I'm going to give you time to copy this down so that you've got it in case you get a question along this line. I'll give you a couple of minutes. I want you to write this down somewhere so when you're studying you can have a look at it. Okay, now we're going to go on to our last question before the break, and I want you to look at this question because I think it's quite a relevant one.